Let's just start with what is an electoral college, and why do we have a need to have an electoral college?
Well, the need is that after every 5 years, you have to have a new parliament. And to have a new parliament, you have to have newly elected members. But before we have national elections, parties have to have their own internal mechanism to elect those who they think are good at getting votes, to represent them, and therefore they have to call. The college is just the meeting, so that we have a formal democratic program of electing our leaders. And that is why it is called a college.
And just you mentioned the internal dynamics of the party. How important, because generally I think people don't talk about inner party democracy. How important is inner party democracy just for our national democracy?
No, it is very, very important, because leaders have to renew their, or the voters have to renew their trust into their leaders. It does not help to have, if once you were elected in 1990, you remain in the same place simply because of the mandate of 1990. Every 5 years, we have to renew our leaders within our parties, to the mandate of our leaders within our parties, and within the country as a whole. It is very, very important that we bring all these people together. We are going to have more than 215 people to select from. To
select from.
Yeah.
So how are they constituted? How do they become part of the 215 on the list?
Let's start with the regions. The region have their own regional conferences. They elect 6. Out of those 6, 2 will be candidates. All the 6 will be delegates, but only 2 will be candidates. The wings, the Women Council, the youth, the elders, the unions, they also meet in their own conferences and elect 6 members. The women, however, are given, at least our SWAPO Party Women Council is given the right to nominate 10 because of the previous imbalances. Okay? When these people come, those who come from the wings, they are both delegates and candidates at the same time. They are ready to say that they want to be candidate, or they can say, we will be delegates, we will elect, but we will not want to be elected necessarily this time because they are too young, or or they have been there for a long time. And then we have leaders already who are members of the National Assembly. Also, the members of the party hierarchy, the Central Committee and the Political Bureau. That is how they are elected. All of them come together. And when we get to the college, we are all equal. We are all equal. We vote, each one of them, the vote of President Pohamba is as good as the vote of somebody who is coming from Karas or Kunene or Zambezi.
But Honorable, this is a watershed. It is a watershed electoral college, just because there's been constitutional amendments within the constitution of the SWAPO Party, with the introduction of the 50-50 gender representation. How would that affect this electoral college differently compared to any other time when we'd elected for leaders?
Yeah, it is true. It will affect us, but we have gone through the processes. How are we? First, the decision was taken in 2012. This is the way we are going to do it, and endorsed actually in 2013. We will come together and say that, okay, we will form one college. The college is one, irrespective whether you are a man or a woman, or you are young or old, or you are a member of the Central Committee, or you are just coming from the region. You are in the same college. That's why it is called a pot. Since you are in the same college, but we want this 50-50, we are going to have a list of all the women who want to compete, and a list of all the men who want to compete. We all vote together. We vote on the list of the women, on the list of the men. But we are under the rules. We are not to vote only for few. We are supposed to vote for a specific number of people. If we are using 72, we will have to vote for 30 and 30. If we use the number 96, we are going to vote 42 women, 42 men, for your ballot to be valid. If you only vote for 30 and the other one, no. We have to really be disciplined enough to make sure that we honor the decision or the provision of the Constitution which say 50-50.
Okay.